Now please rise, and if you are in the hallways, please pause and join us in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of our country. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Live at the North Penn High School auditorium lobby on this beautiful April morning. Hello and welcome to this edition of Mornings. I'm Keenan Washington. Let's get right into it. This month is very important for all Muslims. It's Ramadan. Have you ever wondered what goes on in a normal Muslim house during Ramadan? Here to give you more info is Miriam Acrez.
Ramadan. Ramadan is the 9th month of the Islamic calendar, observed by Muslims worldwide as a month of fasting, prayer, reflection, and community. Ramadan is fasting from sunrise to sunset without eating or drinking or practicing of any sinful behavior.
Ramadan is one of the 9 months of the Muslim calendar, and in it takes place one of the 5 pillars of Islam. During the month of Ramadan, God handed down the first chapter of the Holy Book, Quran, to Prophet Muhammad. So Ramadan is a holy month where Muslims try to get closer to God through prayer and reading the Holy Book.
For the 30 days of Ramadan, at sunset, all the families gather together and break their fast with a big feast. Reporting for North Penn TV, I am Miriam Acrez.
The high school's first mock Senate was a success. Held virtually over a Google Meet, students acted as real senators and went into breakout rooms debating and voting on bills to bring the full Senate floor. In total, 6 bills were passed. Special guest Pennsylvania Senator Bob Casey joined the mock Senate during their afternoon session to share his insight on the real Senate. Not only that, but they were able to donate to the Ronald McDonald House. The student coordinators that ran this year's mock Senate hope to make this event an annual one. Mr. Brumball is back again this week to test your knowledge on this week's Brumball Challenge. Make sure to tweet your answer to @NPTV.
Hey, welcome to this week's Brumball Challenge. With the Muslim holy month of Ramadan coming up, I want to know what the Arabic term for fasting is. The answer when we get back.
This week, FBLA virtual state competitions were held. We want to congratulate Shreyas Ranjan for placing first in database design and Lucy Lee for placing fourth in intro to social media strategy. Both have now qualified to compete at the national level, and congratulations to all who competed. Mr. Monero is here today with Senior Class Cabinet to tell us more information about Senior Prom coming up this May. Take it away, Mr. Monero.
Good morning, Keenan, and good morning, North Penn High School. We are here with Stacy Lang from North Penn High School Senior Class Cabinet. Stacy, we have a very, very big event coming up here at North Penn High School in just a little over a month, and that is the Senior Prom.
That's right.
Now, this year's Senior Prom obviously is going to be a little bit different. So why don't you tell us first the exciting stuff, okay? Like, we want to hear all the great stuff before we get into the nitty-gritty, right? Mm-hmm. Tell us what the prom is going to look like this year.
So it's going to be on the North Penn lacrosse turf, and we're getting 3 food trucks. We're getting waffles with ice cream, Kona ice, and also specialty cupcakes. And a few of the officers, we actually tried out the waffles with ice cream, and let me tell you, they are bussin'. So
Excuse me, they're what now?
Bussin'.
Oh, yes. That's what I was thinking, too, when I was hearing these details, that they are bussin'. Mm-hmm. Okay, keep going.
That's right. And we're also going to be getting a DJ, and we're going to try to play songs that you guys actually know through a song survey. We're obviously going to get photo booths, games to maybe spread some people out, and tent with decorations, and obviously dancing and a lot of fun.
All right, so cupcakes, Kona ice, music, dancing, tent, outdoors, beautiful May night. That sounds great, all right? Mm-hmm. Now, Obviously, we have to accept the reality that this year's prom circumstances are a little bit different. So while it may seem like a little bit of an inconvenience, we do have some protocol that are going to be in place. So Stacy, let's talk first about assurance testing. What is the assurance testing situation going to look like for people who are attending the prom?
So everyone has to get an assurance test the day of or the day before prom, but we're also hosting a test session 2 weeks before. So let's say you get tested positive, God forbid, 2 weeks before, you quarantine for 14 days and you can still be able to go to prom. But you still need to get a COVID assurance test the day before prom, even if you get the 2-week test.
Sure. So if you test positive 2 weeks before, it gives you a couple weeks, and then of course the testing immediately before. If you test negative, we're good to go. But unfortunately, if you were to test positive on those last couple of tests before the prom, that you would not be able to attend.
That's right, yeah.
Okay. Now, there's a rain date also. Obviously, the prom itself is May 22nd. Rain date is May 23rd. So we have to remember that if you're renting a tux or anything like that or a dress, you have to make sure that you're not scheduling to give it back the next day just in case. Okay. What did I miss? What else do we have as far as leading up to the prom or anything else? There is a big contest, isn't there?
There is. There's a promposal contest on the night prior, so be sure to send in your promposal and you can win 2 free prom tickets.
Yep, check out nightcrier.org. All the details are there for the promposal contest. Always a very exciting thing we do almost every year here at North Penn. What I missed, Stacy? Anything else?
So ticket sales. Ticket sales will
ticket
be
sales.
happening in 2 weeks, so everyone ask your dates. I don't know, get your friends together and you can get tickets on the week of April 26th. It's coming up. And each person must bring $60 in cash or a check made out to North Penn High School, your student ID, a permission slip for the COVID assurance test. And let's say you're bringing a guest, you need to bring in a guest form and a permission slip for them as well. If I'm bringing in North Penn Junior, they don't need a guest form, but they still need the permission slip for the COVID assurance test. And if I'm bringing someone from Wissahickon, they need a guest form and a permission slip. And all guest forms must be signed by your home office and the principal of the guest that you're bringing.
Just Wissahickon or any school?
I guess just Wissahickon.
Oh, no, I'm pretty sure it's any school. Okay, so, all right, so that's a lot of information. Look, we want everybody to remember that even though that sounds like a lot of details and a lot of hoops to jump through, everybody's going to have all this information. It's going to be presented very easy and clear so everybody knows what to do. And it is going to be a very seamless process. Like every big event we have here at North Penn, we will do it right. Don't worry about it, but be excited. Get ready for that prom because it's coming up in about a month. All right. Thank you, Stacy. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the weekend. North Penn, have a great day. We'll see you back here next week.
Have Jojo Dalwadi here in the studio to give you this week's Lowdown. How are you doing this morning, Jojo?
I'm doing well. Thanks, Keenan. And let's get right into the lowdown. Yearbooks are still available to purchase online at jostensyearbook.com. All purchased yearbooks will be mailed to those who ordered one by late July to early August. This is your last chance, so hurry and order your yearbook now before it's too late. NHS members, your meeting has been rescheduled to Thursday, April 22nd at 2:45 p.m. Important information regarding upcoming elections, graduation, and service hours will be discussed, so make sure to mark down your calendars. Thinking about getting more active? Join the Ultimate Frisbee Club, which meets every Tuesday and Thursday night from 7 to 9 p.m. on the band practice field. The Google Classroom code is found on the daily bulletin. Lastly, Powerpuff football is officially back here at North Penn. A mandatory practice for all coaches and players will be held on May 15th at noon, and the games will be played on the turf field on May 17th, which is a Monday night. If you're interested in playing, pick up a permission form from your home office and return them with your $15 entry fee by next Friday, April 23rd. If you plan to write a check, make sure to make it payable to North Penn SGA. For any questions or concerns about Powerpuff, email Mr. Berger, and that's all we have for this week's Lowdown. Sending it back to the desk.
You like the Gen X versus Gen Z segment we had? NPTV couldn't keep you waiting for long, so here is the newest edition of Gen X versus Gen Z.
Never mind. Cut that out. How do I look? Wait, are you recording?
What is this character's name?
Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny.
It's my boy Bugs Bunny.
I don't know. Prince? I was about to say the Beatles. I saw them go.
Journey, Bon Jovi, one of them.
It's Born in the USA. I don't know what it's called. Show you the poster. What is it? Born in the USA?
Born in the USA.
Is there stuff in it? I see a question mark. A light toy.
You know that game, Who Is It? Like, the people? Like a cassette thing. It's like a film thing.
A question mark? Oh. I don't know. Easier one. This is like a tape recorder. I still have this in my house. Cassette? Got that. VHS. What is this item?
Oh, it's a cassette. It's like a VHS, like one of the two.
They're the Smurfs.
Oh, you know, I think they're the Smurfs.
I don't know.
Are you crazy? You're not making any sense? Or you're nuts? You're tripping? I think that just means you're confused. You got it wrong.
You're tripping. That means like you're crazy.
Wonderful. This is iCarly.
It's a Disney Channel. Here's a hint.
No, I have no idea. Yes. The Mandalorian.
Oh, it's iCarly.
Okay. How about the vampire one? Edward. Robert Pattinson. Edward.
Oh, that's so easy. She ended up with Team Edward.
Good job.
Yeah, she turned herself into a vampire for him.
How about Tyga? Travis Scott.
Travis Scott.
Travis Scott?
All right, everybody, now let's move on to the sports update. In volleyball, the boys continue on their winning streak as they took on Quakertown. In boys lacrosse, the Knights took an easy win against Plymouth Whitemarsh Wednesday afternoon, 13-1. Also coming out on top was the girls softball team with a final score of 9-0 against CB South Wednesday as well. Specifically about Maddie Volpe, she had 1 hit and 15 strikeouts. In track and field, the girls team was unable to beat CB East, but the boys team, however, was able to beat CB East. In boys tennis, the Knights beat Council Rock South yesterday to advance their final standing of 9-0 and are playing Quakertown tomorrow. That's all we have for this week's sports updates. Now sending it back to Keenan at the desk.
Did you tweet your answer to @NPTV for this week's Brumball Challenge? Let's check in with Mr. Brumball himself with the answer.
Hey, welcome back. The answer you've all been waiting for. The Arabic term for fasting during Ramadan is Sawm. Bet you didn't know that? Now you do. Thanks for playing this week's Brumball Challenge.
Winner of the Brumball Challenge is Liv McGearman. That's all we have on this edition of Mornings. I'm Keenan Washington. Have a great Friday, North Penn.